Hi, it's Jane Taylor here from Habits for Wellbeing. Welcome to the clip on the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction course. So in this clip I'm going to give an overview of why mindfulness, what is mindfulness, who's the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction course for, what does the MBSR course involve, also what are the benefits of the course from the research, feedback from a past participant of the course, also how you book in for the course, and then finally what happens when you contact me to book in for the course. So why mindfulness? Well, as I'm sure you're aware, there's so much research out there in relation to the health and well-being of the population, not only in Australia but also worldwide. Some of the statistics I've included here on the screen are Australian. And it's important to remember we're talking about holistic well-being, so it's not only mental well-being but it's also physical well-being because they're very much intertwined, the mind, body and spirit. So here's some more research about people feeling rushed or pressured for time. But one of the things I know from my own experience, it's really important to, yes, be aware of this research, but take it back to yourself. So some of the questions you might like to reflect on are the following. So how is stress about people and the relationships affecting you in your life? Secondly, how is stress about work affecting you in your life? Then what about the stress about the world? How's that affecting you? And also your food and eating habits? What about the sleep that you're getting or possibly sleeplessness? And also your exercise or lack of exercise. How's that affecting you? So feel free to stop the video and then come back when you're ready. So what is mindfulness? Well, this course is based on the work by Jon Kabat-Zinn, and back in 1994 he talked about mindfulness as paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment and non-judgmentally. Now just recently Jon Kabat-Zinn's been quoted as saying, mindfulness is an awareness of one's conduct and the quality of one's relationships inwardly and outwardly in terms of their potential to cause harm are intrinsic elements of the cultivation of mindfulness. Now Bob Stahl and Alicia Goldstein in their book, they talk about mindfulness in Sanskrit. It's known as smrti, and apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly. And it's from the root word smr, meaning to remember. And in Pali, the language of the earliest Buddhist scriptures, it's known as sati, which is mindfulness. So Shauna Shapiro and her colleagues have brought this model of mindfulness together. So it's basically the process of all of these three things happening moment to moment. So it's bringing your attention, your intention about why you're actually practicing mindfulness, and also your attitude. So it's open and it's curious and you're having that kindness and acceptance towards yourself. So it's really important that you want to change or want to be different in order to change yourself. So the origins of the course, the MBSR program has been around since 1979, and Jon Kabat-Zinn was a student of Buddhist meditation practices and was working in a hospital and saw that many people, even though they were getting the best care available, were still suffering terribly, especially when their condition could not be helped, e.g. a terminal illness. So he discovered that even in a short time, 8 weeks, people could make quite remarkable changes in themselves so they suffered less. He would have liked to have called the program Mindfulness-Based Suffering Reduction, but thought stress would be more acceptable in our world today. But it's really about finding out how to reduce our own suffering in our life. And we know about the body-mind connections, but it really is about finding out how and seeing for ourselves how our mind affects our body and our emotions and our thought, and whatever forms those thoughts take. So there's quite a lot of research around from this course, and if you're interested in the research, please let me know and I'm happy to send you the link. So the triangle of awareness that we continue to cultivate in mindfulness are bringing our thoughts together and then also being aware of our sensations and our emotions. And it's really interesting because even though we try and see those differences, they're actually happening all together in the present moment. So our thoughts were linked to our emotions and our body sensations, and it was trying to interrupt those different processes, or bringing awareness and seeing them for what they are and not attaching to them. Because like our emotions, our thoughts come and go as do our body sensations. So it's bringing in that awareness or mindfulness into that process. And the course is all about learning to respond and make those choices to respond as opposed to react. So who's the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction course for? So people that enroll generally say their life is a bit out of control, they're just not feeling quite right. And they could have job, relationship or family pressures. And also it can help reduce the suffering from mild depression, anxiety, cancer, heart disease, diabetes, respiratory disease and chronic pain. So what does the mindfulness course involve? So it's an 8-week course, as I've indicated, and it actually goes for 9 sessions. So there's a class every week, and we also do a 1-day full session. And so the program involves mindfulness, meditation, training and practices, yoga and body awareness, or maybe it's more accurate in saying mindful movement, but it's based on hatha yoga. Exploring the patterns of our thinking, feeling and our actions. We have brief lectures and group discussions, and you get support from me and obviously practicing meditation each day as well as course notes. And if you would like a really detailed outline of the course, please email me. So what are the benefits? Well, as I said, there's quite a lot of research in relation to the 8 weeks Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction course. So you can have decreased symptoms of anxiety, increasing a sense of empathy and spirituality, decreasing symptoms of chronic pain, reducing stress levels in healthy people, decreasing symptoms of obsessive compulsive disorder, increasing with Wellbeing, helpful in reducing the effects of psoriasis, also helping prevent relapse in depression and drug addiction, and finally decreasing stress and enhancing quality of life for those with breast and prostate cancer. So if you'd like a list of the benefits, again, please contact me because I've got the research on my website. So one of the participants that's just recently done the course with me, Steph, she's written this feedback. I really enjoyed the 8-week MBSR course and would do it again, recommend it to anyone interested in learning about mindfulness. Although my meditation practice went through ups and downs and I'm still struggling to drop my expectations of where I should want to be in my practice, the discoveries I made about myself were really eye-opening. I feel I have a greater awareness of my patterns, and through mindfulness in my daily life, I'm able to notice them from a distance and make better choices. The most valuable thing I took away from the course is self-compassion, which I got through your Jane, gentle teaching style and embodiment of acceptance. Thank you for being a consistent role model of these qualities and helping me on my journey of self-discovery. With kindness and gratitude, Steph. And there's quite a number of other feedback from past participants on my website as well. So if you'd like those, please let me know. So how do I book in, or how do you book in? Basically, you can email me, you can go to the website or give me a call. So what happens when you give me a call or contact me? I schedule a time to meet with you. Then we meet and discuss why you're interested in the course and also your background. Fill out the registration form after that and scan it back to me. You pay the course fee and then the course starts. Okay. If you are undergoing a challenge with your mental health and wellbeing, possibly I'll ask to have a doctor's clearance before you start the course. Okay. Because basically my whole thing is making sure that you're supported in order to do the course. So one of the things that Jon Kabat-Zinn talks about in his book, Wherever You Go, There You Are, you might be tempted to avoid the messiness of daily living for the tranquility of stillness and peacefulness. This, of course, would be an attachment to stillness, and like any strong attachment, it leads to delusion. It arrests development and short circuits the cultivation of wisdom. I'm chuckling at that because, I used to be attached to that nice serenity until I learnt, as much as I could to be present with whatever's actually happening in life. And I'm still on a journey around that as well. Also, Pema Chodron, she talks about the most fundamental aggression to ourselves, the most fundamental harm we can do to ourselves is to remain ignorant by not having the courage and the respect to look at ourselves honestly and gently. And that's really one of the things that I just hold people in that space during the course so they can look at themselves honestly and gently, because, my journey over the last few years, that's what I've been able to do with myself, and also when I've been held in those spaces. It's being seen for who I am. So hopefully this has given you a bit of a background about the MBSR course. If you have any other questions, please let me know, and thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.